model, Hokai or something like that, a much cheaper model. And so now I guess the kind of the theory, haiku, yeah, exactly. And I guess the theory is now you let the main domain model kind of orchestrate things, and it's going to go out and launch a bunch of these cheaper haiku models to do just these little tiny tasks. And apparently that is probably going to be, at least for the next year, the most effective way to get answers to problems, to be able to scale, because these frontier models are just so expensive to run, or these little sub models. But if you have one main model, the smart guy, doling out tasks to all the peons and then synthesizing everything together, apparently that's the new way to do things.
So that was one of the things I was telling you a few months ago, was that what was explained to me by this guy was that the baseline, this is before Sonnet 4.5, the baseline Claude would use its entire processing power to do a call out or whatever you to respond to a prompt. And that at that point, Chat and others were already going out and kind of spinning up what they needed to on, So it sounds like this is pretty much like, if you don't need however many billions of parameters or trillions of parameters, then then you could sit there with a much smaller model getting the work done.
Yeah. If you just need to know 3 + 3 and give me the answer, you don't need a frontier model to answer that question.
Yeah. And so if you can pawn off pieces of your request, which is what isn't that what Grok does?
That's what Grok does in the heavy mode. It spawns off multiple agents, anywhere from 4 to 32, and they sort of argue and go back and forth. But I'm finding the answers with the Grokker is not as good as Claude. I mean, Claude is excellent for research.
Claude is my favorite overall. Not only research, but the output, the way it's written, the way I can consume its output.
Yeah.
The fact that it's able to create documents and it puts them on the side. The fact that it updates those and I can publish those and share those with other people. Yeah. Very easy, very intuitive to use. Yeah. The fact that it writes code, it does HTML right in the side. It does a markdown language. It does all this stuff. Yeah. I mean, it is truly. I mean, I've got it on my laptop as a download. I don't even use the web interface anymore.
What do you mean?
I downloaded Claude on the desktop, and I just use the Claude desktop for everything.
Wait, define that. I don't know what you're talking about.
So I'm not using an internet browser to get to Claude. I downloaded the app
on your desktop.
On my desktop.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah. Oh, Chat has that too. So I've downloaded Chat and I've downloaded Claude both. So I run those not through the web browsers.
Is there an advantage to that?
I like the interface better. I don't know that. I don't know if there's a huge advantage to it. I think if you want to run some stuff locally, it'll do that as well. Although I'm not sure if that's. I think you can set up. There are some things you can set up as far as how it connects, because the MCP server I set up is actually set up through Claude Code, which is a different app. So
okay.
So I've got Claude Code, I've got Claude Code both downloaded, and then I've got Chat downloaded as separate apps. So quite often I will have a browser open. So I get to Grok and Gemini and Copilot. I get to all those via web.
Okay, yeah.
But for Chat and Claude, I get to them directly through the interface.
That's interesting, because I have that on my phone. I download the app, but I didn't even know you could do that on the. I'm going to try that and see if
try it. I mean, I find the experience to be better.
Oh, cool.
Personally.
Okay. All right, that's so interesting.
So it said so October 23rd, which is what, yesterday?
2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Yeah.
New model Claude Sonnet 4.5 released. It's supposed to be the best coder in the world.
It was released more than 2 days ago. It's been out for like a week or 10 days or something.
Yeah, so I wonder where this is pulling that from. So it says October 20th. So I don't know what. This is Claude doing research on itself. So,
yeah. That's always a little questionable.
Yeah. So, but they're talking about 4.5, and then changes to the 4 family overall. Claude Code, new APIs. Oh, I should check. What are the new API connections they have?
I don't know.
Because that's the other thing is I told you I've connected it to Obsidian, so I don't even go into Obsidian anymore. I create all my notes from Claude.
I got to try that. That's so interesting.
Right. And so I've connected it to Gmail, my Google Drive, and my calendar. Now, I've only connected it as a read-only. What I want to do is set up the MCP server to write those documents. So I don't even so I don't have to even go into Google Drive anymore. I can just have it edit directly. That's one thing that I've got the instructions for, but I haven't done it yet.
That's pretty.
And then I also want to I've been meaning to connect to LinkedIn as well, but I still haven't done that.
I got to start playing with that whole agent thing. I've basically have no experience in that. I'm still just using it, just learning how to talk to it, which I hope that's going to be valuable, because then when I use, hopefully the agent thing will be really fast to learn. I don't know.
Well, I mean, to some extent. So one of the things I find interesting is the company I'm working for right now, they expect everyone to make agents, but their idea of agents are more like personas.
Okay. Yeah.
Which to me, personas or custom GPTs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's not truly agents in the sense of how we're thinking of, creating workflows with N8N or using the MCP servers or any of that kind of stuff.